I don't think a lot of people talk about how process can feel like punishment sometimes because God knows what He has for you. He also knows where you are. So, taking you from that place of where you are and trying to develop you into the person who can hold the gift and the purpose that He has for you is going to take some refining. It's uncomfortable. It's going to stretch you. It's going to test you. And it's meant to so that you can become the person that can hold the promise. When I think about the children of Israel, I think about the fact that they were slaves in Egypt. That's all they knew. And when Moses delivered them, yes, they felt great about it. They're like, we're going to inherit the promised land. We're going to do all these things. But they didn't know that when they went through the wilderness, the point of the wilderness was to teach them how to be reliant on God. It was something that they weren't really used to. But stepping into the promised land with a slave mentality isn't going to work either. They had to get Egypt out of them. They had to get the slave mentality out of them so they could hold the promise that God had for them. But instead, they got to thinking that maybe it was easier to be in Egypt as a slave than to learn to be completely and totally reliant on God, who provided manna from the heaven every single day. But because they couldn't save it or store it up for tomorrow, they saw it as something that was a problem rather than a blessing and provision. So how we handle the process, how we handle the wilderness will determine how long and if we ever will hold that promise. You see, the journey from Egypt to the promised land at least should have taken 11 days, at most a couple of weeks. But they stayed there for 40 years because they couldn't get it together. Some of us are what's standing in the way of holding the promise. Process is uncomfortable, but it is necessary to be developed into the person who can hold the promise. I hope this helps somebody.